Hey there, welcome replay viewers. Hi everybody. I'm just going to give folks a minute for their notifications to go out. I'm not sure if the Twitter sync worked, so we'll see. And hope you all had an okay Monday. Hey, good evening. Hey, it's Bex. That is a bright light behind me. Let's see if I can fix it. Okay, a little bit better. Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry about the lighting. I got a tripod, but I haven't, set it up yet. So, let me get started. First, I'll apologize. I have a head cold, so I don't sound too good, and I've occasionally been sneezing. So if I start during the broadcast, I apologize. But I have some resources here that I really wanted to share with you guys. So let's get to it. I'm Bex, and I'm a teacher and a teacher blogger. You can find my blog at readingandwritingredhead.com. And I teach second grade. I've been teaching second grade for 18 years. Yeah, that's probably why I'm so tired and get these colds from the kids. Maybe over time my immunity has gone down. But I brought home one of my kiddos' interactive notebooks. So if you are new to interactive notebooks, or if you've used them in the past and you kind of want a refresher, I thought this might help. First, what are interactive notebooks? Well, if you've heard of lap books, as far as I can tell, they're pretty similar. Basically, they're academic content that your students put into a notebook, and there's an interactive element. Hey, good evening, Keisha. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I apologize. I have like a bad cold. I hope you're healthy. But I have some resources, so I didn't want to wait. I just wanted to do the scope anyway. So I apologize in advance if I cough or sneeze or anything. Was your Monday okay? I hope it was all right. I was just giving a little bit of background on interactive notebooks. And what I love about them, besides the interactive component, that it's not just your students, filling out a piece of paper, a workbook. Hi, good evening. That they're actually building a resource. So when I realized that with interactive notebooks, kids would be making a resource that they can just go back to and use all year and in the future, that's really what sold me on trying to get started with them. I'm sorry, are you guys having connection trouble? I hope it's not me. I put this actually on Wi-Fi because I didn't want to risk, not on Wi-Fi. I took off Wi-Fi because I didn't want to get, drop you in case my Wi-Fi signal was bad. So hopefully it's just a glitch. But anyway, so I heard a story that, this other teacher I knew, she actually teaches middle school, and she expects her kids to bring back their interactive notebooks every day, and one day her student didn't have hers. She says, where is it? She said, well, my brother borrowed it because he has a test in English and he wanted to use it to study. So I was like, oh, that's a pretty great resources if siblings are stealing them from each other or borrowing them from each other. So I grabbed one of my students' interactive notebooks. Thanks for the hearts. I had to cover up her name and stuff. But actually, just as a little disclaimer, most of the stuff in this notebook are things I created, and I'll show you a link if you want to check it out. But I looked at a lot of other interactive notebooks, and they were all great. But I felt like many of them, I teach second grade, so I thought many of the ones for younger kids had a lot of clip art, a lot of fancy fonts, and other things that I thought might distract my kids. So I just made it a project of mine to make my own and just make, a little bit simpler so that my kids could focus on the content. And I love all those interactive notebooks that other folks have made. I just didn't think they were right for my class at that time. So in the front of the interactive notebooks, folks will usually have a table of contents. So you can see I already had the page numbers here, and she had gone through and written down. Hopefully you can see all the different topics of those pages. And a hot tip I have for you if you're getting started with interactive notebooks is have your students leave 10 to 15 pages at the front for the table of contents. So I'll show you, I actually had her glue in. We haven't used them all yet, and this one looked like it was in an animal attack, but that's okay, right? And so as you can see, she has a few more blank pages if we need them. So definitely if you're getting started or if you're going to start in the fall, keep that in mind. The interactive notebooks I looked at in this one have a combination of different types of activities. Hey Kristen, good evening. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I am just sharing, thank you for the hearts. I'm sharing about interactive notebooks today, and if you guys want to give a little thumbs up if you use them, or just say no if you don't use them yet. Okay, great. Awesome, Kristen. Or just give hearts if you've used them before. But this is a language arts interactive notebook, so it has a combination of some just informative pages that explain things that I tell the kids they can color in. It has some activities, like little flip books or whatever. So let's see if I can hold this and flip it. So she's glued and sorted and glued the verbs here. So, and then she has a little reference too. She can go back to it later, and she can look at any of these verb pages because she totally did a great job on her table of contents. I'm going to try to keep this short, but maybe I'll do a separate scope on management, because it is if you've used them before, Kristen, or other ladies, that you have to kind of manage them, especially depending on your age level. My second graders need some help with them. Here's another, kind of combination of resource. Once she filled it in, it's now a resource. But also was an activity for her. And let me see, I think I marked some stuff in the end so you wouldn't get boring looking at just all parts of speech. So in the back, like any interactive notebook you buy, if you buy from a teacher seller, they'll have different kinds of flip books. So this one, after we learned about statements, questions, and exclamations, the kids just kind of brainstormed and wrote underneath examples. Was really interesting after I looked at these. Yeah, oh great, awesome. Yeah, give them a try. I noticed that a lot of students, not this girl, she's a love bug, she tries hard, but a lot of students did all these sentences and questions without punctuation. So I was like, guys, come on. The ones I've been using are pretty easy. So usually it's just they cut out of the big rectangle, and they usually just have to cut a few flaps. And I try to make some that require less cutting. And I try to find an example. Well, like the informational ones that are just cut out and glue, and they don't even have to color. But definitely at the beginning of the year, there was a little bit of a adjustment period where the kids kind of had to get used to it. Just getting used to cutting out and gluing. But I also like it because it sneaks in fine motor practice, because you have the beginning of the year, depending on what age level you teach, some kids who cannot cut. And as a grown-up, I can't cut in a straight line myself without guidelines. So I need the fine motor practice too. Yeah. So, and I find that the kiddos who don't have great cutting skills tend to avoid it. So if they're going to do a free choice art project or something, they're not going to be doing any cutting. So I have to sneak it in. And then more recently, we started working on writing, working on topics for writing. So she was brainstorming. These are so cute. Topics that she could write about when she was having free writing time. She wants to write about the encyclopedia. Don't you love that? And she's a better artist than I am. So what I like about these is that as topics come up in class and kids ask questions, like the other day, there was something we were doing involving adverbs, and I said, wait, let's look at your interactive notebook. Get your interactive notebook out, and we looked at the table of contents, and we found his adverb section, and I had him look up and look up what adverbs were, and he also had a whole page of examples. So I just want to show you also quickly, let me wake up my computer, a few things on the computer, a few resources for you. So, oh my gosh, crazy bright screen. Sorry, everybody. Thanks. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I love giving hearts when I'm in scope. Thank you so much, Kristen, for inviting followers. But if you ladies go over to my blog, Reading and Writing Redhead. Good evening, Jackie. I actually have a post here with tips, so it goes into much more detail. Here is the, hey Miranda, good evening. Here is the bit.ly/INB tips, all capital letters. It is cap sensitive, so feel free to take a screenshot. You can also, though, just go to my blog and search for interactive notebooks. Hey, good evening. Hope you're doing great. All right, so I also found, for more information on interactive notebooks, I found if you teach older grades, which I know some of you teach younger kids like me, but I'm Lovin' Lit. Erin Cobb's website has some great posts. She has multiple posts about interactive notebooks. Ooh, I love those, like, emojis, Miranda, whatever those are. Cool. This is her blog, imlovinlit.com, and I didn't, give you a link to a specific post because you can just type in her search box, interactive notebooks, and this is like her FAQs, and she has a bunch of other great posts if you want some more ideas. So this is Formula Fun. And her website also, I went to it and I just searched for interactive notebooks. So here's her website, pretty cool number letter combination. So she has some great resources. And if you want, I'm going to flip this back around. And again, guys, sorry, I'm like sick. I just don't look my best. But also you can look up my interactive notebook. So if you teach young kids and you were like, ooh, that notebook actually looked like it had some good things in it, go to this link. Thank you for the hearts. bit.ly/myinbs, and it is cap sensitive. So lowercase my, and then caps for INBS. And it will show you all the INBs. So I decided after I made this and tried it with my kids 2 years ago to go ahead and do like a spelling one and a math one. So I'm continuing to like explore different kinds of INBs. So far we've used this the most, definitely the most. So I hope that broadcast was helpful, you guys, and I'll do another post when I'm feeling better on management, because I could spend like 10 more minutes just talking about management of INBs. But thanks so much for sharing and sharing out with your followers and the hearts, and I hope everybody's healthy and nobody gets like all these colds that are going around, because we need all the, we need to have all our days as healthy as possible, right? Because our job is so hard anyway. We don't need to be going to school not feeling good, right? So thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.